Hello students. In the previous session, we have studied about the leaf as one of the parts of the plant body in the angiosperms. We have looked into the structure of the leaf, the different parts of the leaf, the venation of the leaf, the phyllotaxy, and also the different types of leaf modifications. After understanding the leaf, now we will move on to the next important part of the plant of angiosperms, that is the inflorescence. You might have heard about this term called inflorescence, which is generally considered to be a bunch of flowers. Maybe in your lower classes you have been told that inflorescence means it is a bunch or a group of flowers produced on a tree or maybe a small plant. Yes, that is actually true, but technically, so if you want to give a more appropriate definition to what is inflorescence, inflorescence is the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis of the stem is called as inflorescence. So this can be the most appropriate definition here, the arrangement of flowers on the floral axis. Then, what is floral axis? See, you know, the main axis of the shoot will be called as what? Stem. You know that? The main axis of the shoot will be called as stem. You also know that the stem will be having the different parts such as the nodes and internodes, and there will be the tip of the stem, and there at the tip of the stem there will be a type of meristematic tissue. That means meristematic anta helidre naan last class alli helidene, the young cells which are situated in the tip, they are called as shoot apical meristem, alva. So this is what is called as shoot apical meristem, right? So this is a typical stem that we usually see. See, this is the node, internode. This is shoot apical meristem. See, what is the function of the shoot apical meristem and what type of cells are there? All the cells present in the shoot apical meristem are young in condition and they keep on dividing to produce new cells, and because of the production of new cells, more and more tissues are formed, and that is how the plant will grow in size, maybe in width or maybe in height. Not only growing of the plant, but production of new parts of the plant. Maybe it is a leaf, maybe it is a fruit, maybe it is a branch of the stem, right? So ಯಾವುದೇ ನ್ಯೂ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬಂಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ a floral axis. That means axis of the flower is called as floral axis. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ floral axis ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? It has to be present somewhere on the stem, isn't it? How is it produced? See, what happens is, see, it is a modified shoot. So in order to understand more technically what exactly is the inflorescence and what exactly is the floral axis, we need to go through this information now. It is a modified shoot. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಮ್ ನ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅದು which has been modified to form the what floral meristem. ಅಂದ್ರೆ see, this apical meristem will be having different types of meristematic cells. Some of these meristematic cells are destined to produce leaf. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲವು ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳು ಲೀಫ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತವೆ. ಅಂಥ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು? ಲೀಫ್ ಪ್ರೈಮಾರ್ಡಿಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಲೀಫ್ ಬಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. The meristematic cells which are subjected to or which are there only to produce the leaf will be called as what? Leaf buds or leaf primordia. Okay, some of those cells they get modified to form a flower. In that case, such buds or such meristematic cells, they can be called as floral buds or they can be called as floral meristem. ಸೊ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಶೂಟ್ ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಶೂಟ್ ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ದೇ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ to form the flowers in future. ಆ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆದಾಗ ಮುಂದೆ ಲೀಫ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟೆಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಬಡ್ಸ್, ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಮಾರ್ಡಿಯಾ. Okay, so these are the other names for the floral meristem. Okay, so ಆ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಂತು. ಇಫ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್, it is directly converted into the floral meristem, means what happens there, one single flower may come. ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಎಟ್ ದ ಟಿಪ್ ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ cell which was responsible for the production of flower. But in certain other cases what happens is that illi a part of this shoot apical meristem will produce a branch. It is going to produce a branch. Okay, in the other case let me consider illi it is going to produce a branch like this, and this branch, it is completely made up of what, shoot apical meristem only, and here there are many flowers are being produced on this. There are many flowers are going to be produced on this. Okay, so both kinds of things can happen here. Floral appendages illi in this case alli enagutte anta helidre, ಶೂಟ್ ಎಪಿಕಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಈಗ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಫ್ ಬರೋ ಬದಲು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ನ ಬದಲು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲವರ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆ ಬರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೂವಿನ ಒಂದು ಪೆಟಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಸೆಪಲ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ದ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ themselves have been converted to form the different appendages or different parts of the flower. That means petals ಮತ್ತು sepals ನಾವೇನು ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ರೀಸನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಇನ್ ಒನ್ ವೇ, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? So that is how floral appendages are produced by the shoot apical meristem. SAM means shoot apical meristem instead of leaves. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಅಪೆಂಡೇಜಸ್, ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮಾಡಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ, ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇಫ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಮೆರಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಎಟ್ ದ ಟಿಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಒನ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಮೇ ಬಿ ಯಂಗರ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಇದರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಯಂಗರ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಇನ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಕೇಸ್, ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಗ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಾಲಿಟರಿ. ಸಾಲಿಟರಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್, ರೈಟ್? ಆರ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಲೀಡ್ ಟು ಅ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್. ಬಂದು ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಸೀನ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್? ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಅ ಒನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್, right? Just try to compare with hibiscus flower. Hibiscus is daswada. That can be compared with the mango flower. Usually in the mango season, the entire branch of the stem will be covered with so many flowers. But have you seen many flowers produced at once in a hibiscus plant? Hibiscus plant ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ದಾಸವಾಳ ಹೂ ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಬಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಟ್ರೀ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ, there are bunch of flowers. That is what is inflorescence. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದಾಸವಾಳದ ಕೂಡ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಾಲಿಟರಿ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್, right? So that is how it is. It can be either forming only one single flower or it may form a bunch of flowers, depending upon how the meristematic cells are going to function or how they are going to be modified here. That is what depends. And based on whether a single flower is produced at the tip or a bunch of flowers are produced on a separate branch, based on that we have got different types of what inflorescence here. Two main types of inflorescence we are going to learn. That is, one is racemose inflorescence and the other is cymose inflorescence. See, I am going to draw simple diagram here. See, look at this. This is the axis, floral axis and ankoli. That means the axis of the stem or a branch of the stem on which the flowers are produced, it is called as floral axis. Okay, if on this axis the tip of the shoot or tip of the floral axis is not converted into a floral meristem. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಸೆಲ್ ಏನಿದೆ, that shoot apical meristem, it is not converted into flower meristem. Then flowers are being produced laterally like this. Flowers ಹೀಗೆ ಸೈಡ್ ವೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And how they are being produced ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, the oldest flower will be at the bottom and youngest flower will be at the top. Can you see now? Oldest flower ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. youngest flower ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಬಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಮೊಗ್ಗು ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಕರಿತೇವೆ, that will be at the top. So this kind of arrangement of the flowers, on the floral axis is called as racemose inflorescence. This is what is called as racemose inflorescence. Wherein, what kind of arrangement is this? I have told that in the while talking about the leaf also. When the flowers are, that means the oldest flowers are at the bottom and youngest flowers are at the top, this kind of arrangement will be called as acropetal succession. This is what is called as acropetal succession. So acropetal succession ಅನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೋರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, that kind of inflorescence is called as racemose inflorescence. Okay, remember, you can give the example of mango flowers. Mango is a plant which is consisting of racemose inflorescence. Whereas if you see in bougainvillea ನೋಡಿದೀರಾ, paper flower ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೇವೆ, right? In that case what happens here, the shoot apical meristem will get converted into a floral meristem, and that is why ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, a flower is that produced, and this flower, that is the oldest flower will be produced at the tip, and here the younger flowers will be produced at the bottom. Young flowers at the bottom, oldest flower at the tip. This kind of arrangement again kariteve, the arrangement is called basipetal succession. It is called as what? It is called basipetal succession. Basipetal succession anna hondiruvantaha inflorescence ge, that is what is called as cymose inflorescence. It is called as cymose inflorescence. Okay, remember, acropetal succession, if it is there, it is called as racemose inflorescence. If the basipetal succession is there, what? It is called cymose inflorescence. You can give the example of bougainvillea for this one, bougainvillea, or you can also give the example of hibiscus. Okay, whereas for this one you can only give the example of mango. Okay, other examples also are there, but for now mango ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪಲಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ, see, I am going to write like this. See, these are the flowers. Okay, you are seeing an arrangement of flowers in acropetal succession. That means oldest flower at the bottom, youngest flower at the top. Yes or no? But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ the tip of the floral meristem or floral axis, the tip of the floral axis, it is not covered by what? Flower. So it can grow further, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. And that is why the number of flowers on a racemose inflorescence is innumerable or it is indeterminate. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, because the floral meristem, I mean the apical meristem, it is not converted into floral meristem, and that is why it keeps growing further and further. Okay, and more and more younger flowers are going to be coming. Older flowers are at the bottom. Illiruvanta older flowers, they will fall down upon aging, but new flowers are going to be coming. So this kind of inflorescence will be having, the racemose inflorescence will be having innumerable number of flowers. Note that down. Whereas in this case, the shoot apical meristem itself is getting converted into what? The floral meristem. Illi ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, there is no more further growth of the axis. ಈ ಫ್ಲೋರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ನ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೊಸ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ರಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಸಿಪೆಟಲ್ ಸಕ್ಸೆಷನ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಹೀಗೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಓಲ್ಡೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲವರ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಯಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ flowers. This is basipetal succession, and the type of inflorescence is what is called as cymose inflorescence. Remember, okay, these two are very important types of inflorescence. You should know what is racemose, what is cymose. You should know the examples. You should know what is acropetal succession, what is basipetal succession, and also the definition of inflorescence is also very important. ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ರೆಸಿಮೋಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ರೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಟರ್ಮ್ ರೇಸ್. Okay, that means the flowers one after the other, they are coming indefinitely. ಒಂದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಾದ ನಂತರ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು. ಓಕೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಫ್ಲವರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So on this inflorescence, the flowers are in a kind of race to be produced. Okay, so ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ you can easily remember the other one. Okay, racemose and cymose, this is about the inflorescence. So in the next session, let's talk about the flower, the different parts of flower, different types of flowers, all about the flowers. Thank you.